Hello, beautiful minds. Welcome back to Melodies Mindcast, a Melodies Network production where neuroscience meets soul, mindset meets momentum, and together we explore the unlimited potential within the human spirit. Today's episode is close to my heart. We're talking about return on kindness, ROK, the new ROI for human potential. Maybe you feel stuck in a career that no longer excites you. Maybe you think you're too late, too tired, too overwhelmed. But hear me, you are not. What I'm going to share with you is not to say, look what I did, but to say, you can too. We've all been conditioned to measure life by return on investment, dollars, metrics, productivity, bottom lines. But what if the true measure of success, personal and collective, wasn't what we get back in money, but what we generate in kindness? And when I say kindness, I don't just mean toward others. I also mean kindness to yourself by allowing yourself to dream bigger, reinvent yourself, and go after what lights you up. So many moons ago, I wasn't the best student. I was still in the process of finishing my bachelor's degree in business administration. And at the time, Nova Southeastern University, the college I went to, didn't even have a master's program in human resources management. Most people would have just accepted that. But I had this little voice inside me that said, why not ask? Why not try? So I approached the president of the university and pitched the idea. Well, the worst he could say was no. What started as a conversation turned into action. I helped pilot the program, and that same program later became the one I would graduate from with my master's degree. That's the power of not waiting for permission. That's the power of kindness to yourself, of saying, I'm worth creating something new. So after graduation, I went into human resources management, and I had reached the goal I set out for. But something inside me still felt restless. I couldn't see myself doing just one thing for the rest of my life. That's a long time to stay in a lane that no longer lights you up. So I pivoted. Over the years, I've worked in everything from running a global fine art company to scaling behavioral health care organizations, rebranding startups, and teaching myself marketing and technology programs from scratch. Every pivot was fueled by the same question: what if I allow myself to keep growing and learning? When I started the job where I'm at now, I was commuting hours each day. I made a choice. Instead of just filling that time with my favorite music or podcast, I turned my car into a classroom. Yes, I enrolled in real estate school and listened to the cram exam audio on loop while I drove for hours, day after day, until I passed the exam. And now I have my real estate license. It taught me something powerful. Time is an investment. And if you sow it wisely, the return is immeasurable. But I didn't stop there. In the past 6 months, I launched Melodies Network. I created a YouTube channel all about mind momentum and human potential. I started Melodies Mindcast podcast. And because I said yes to attending a networking event that I was trying to get out of, I ended up co-hosting the Live Louder podcast. Within 24 hours, I was live streaming to an audience, and that opened doors to guesting on podcasts around the world where I could talk about mindset, neuroscience, and connection. Meanwhile, I was writing my book, and it's now complete, and I'm in the final draft, and I'm teaching myself the ins and outs of self-publishing in real time. This isn't manifestation woo-woo, friends. This is journaling, envisioning outcomes, embracing delayed gratification, and putting in the work that absolutely no one talks about. It's kindness to myself because I chose to build a life that excites me rather than stay in a life that drains me. And that's why I created ROK, Return on Kindness. The science supports it. Neuroscience shows that kindness increases oxytocin, lowers stress, and activates mirror neurons, meaning kindness literally spreads from brain to brain, but I've also lived it. Each time I've acted with kindness, whether it was towards others or towards myself, doors open, opportunities appeared, and I began to see that kindness isn't just a nice idea. It's a strategy for unlocking human potential. At Melodies Network, we are incorporating Return on Kindness, ROK, into everything we do. Because the real bottom line isn't return on investment, it's return on kindness. So if you're listening right now and you still feel stuck, or it's too late, or unworthy of your dreams, please know this. Your story isn't over. You are not too late. You are not too tired. You are not too overwhelmed. You are living, breathing. And today you woke up on the right side of the earth. So you can choose a different direction at any stage. And it starts with one act of kindness toward yourself. If I can move from HR to fine art to healthcare to real estate to creating a media company, so can you. The greatest wealth we will ever generate comes from kindness. Money fades, titles change, but kindness leaves an imprint on the human brain, the human heart, and even on human history. The return on kindness is the truest ROI for human potential. And friends, through Melodies Network, I'm building this philosophy into every project, every conversation, and every episode. Because if I can help people feel better, more connected, and more seen, well, then I've done my part in humankind. Now, friends, I want to hear from you. What's one way you can show kindness to yourself this week? Drop a comment, share this episode, or join me on YouTube and LinkedIn where the conversation continues. And until next time, beautiful minds, this is MelodieWolter, and I want to thank you for subscribing, commenting, and donations to the channel. You have no idea how grateful I am for you. Remember, you are a gift, and to always be kind to your mind.